most reliable players for Princeton, so I'm excited to see what he has tonight.
The redshirt freshman Seth Terry sends it over. Here onto the left pin to Andrew Werner. He's another one of these Tiger players. A lot of kills so far this season, and unable to pancake it out was Alejandro Miranda. So the first point belonging to the Tigers. Princeton comes in with just 11 kills per set. That's last in the entire EIVA. Freshman Sebastian Dast. And into the middle, Dominican goes. It's the junior Tommaso Falchi. Came into play with 84 kills. We'll see if that's a presence for this Chargers squad. Junior Aiden Shaw at the service line. Both teams have traded the first. Dast sets up a kill for Ethan Wells.
Looks like both teams are getting their middles active early, so this should be an exciting offensive game.
Yeah, Wells coming in 17 kills in his last 3. He's now at the service line, Andrew Werner. Gonna be really tough for Dominican to do anything, and they can't. It just deflected off the fist. Terry couldn't get over there. So 2 straight for Princeton.
Yeah, Princeton is known for their aggressive serves and extremely fast topspin serves, so it gets difficult for the other team to return.
About 1.2 aces per set. That's good for middle of the pack in the EIVA. And again, Dominican coming in second in the ECC in kills, 624. That's a little over 11%. Owen Mellon finds the soft spot right in between both rows there. And, you know, what a great job just shifting on the fly.
Yeah, he's definitely crafty with his shots and knows when to swing and when to keep it smart. So we've seen some tips be successful for Princeton. Let's see if Dominican can adjust their defense in order to return to that.
Sophomore Ethan Wells. And another reception error, that time by Aiden Shaw, who couldn't handle it. So Dominican looking just a bit sloppy here early in this first set, and we've seen a strong serve from these Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, the serve and pass game is definitely what can dictate a win or a loss. So the ability to get a good first touch and then give your setter an opportunity to put the hitters in a successful position is important.
Yeah, that time on the overpass, it was Ambrose Engling.
Yes, Ambrose Engling on the right side. He's a sophomore, also from California, like many of the rest of the Princeton team.
Another reception error. Shaw has been having a lot of trouble as it's now swelled to a 6-point Tiger cushion. And you know, this Tiger team, Taylor, they've had some issues lately in terms of getting out-killed and also out-hit. So if you're able to have that edge at the service line, it moves mountains.
Right, and I think they are trying to focus on what they can convert points with while they're struggling with, you know, the more offensive side. How can they improve their defense? How can they improve their serve and pass game in order?
9-2, doing a lot of it at the service line. Plenty of reception errors already for this Dominican squad. And they're going to need a lot more of that. There's Phineas Wiley, someone we mentioned at the outset, kill number 211 on the season.
Yeah, 211 kills, and the season has just now started. I mean, that's definitely telling of how much of an impact he has on this team, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do for his team today.
Received by Alvear. They set up Owen Mellon again. A lot of velocity on this left pin.
Yeah, and I mean, that just shows you both teams are able to convert and kill when they have a good first pass. So really the first touch is the most important part of the game. you're able to do.
Mellon's second kill here early in this first set. And they go back to Phineas Wiley again. We'll see if this is able to jolt something in this Chargers squad, no pun intended. And Wiley, the junior out of Cedarsburg, Wisconsin, kind of an interesting storyline as he started his career with Dominican 2 years ago, then transferred to Vanguard last year, and now back with the Chargers. Over on the right side pin.
What's interesting that I noticed on Princeton's side is that both freshman number 12, Sebastian Dast, and number 24, Nolan Kelly, are on the court at the same time. And usually the lineup that they've been running is, as both of them are setters, is that
when you have either a reception error or an error at the service line.
Right, I mean, definitely kills momentum, and so.
That'll go to Princeton. It was in the middle with Ethan Wells. I believe that might be a net violation. I'm not entirely sure the ruling there, but nonetheless, the Tigers win the point. It'll be Sebastian Dast. Freshman out of Carmel, California. A lot of these Tiger players from the state of California. Tremendous reception by Dast. And popped over by Andrew Werner as he went right over the block.
That's a great high hand swing from Werner. I think it's valuable to know that hitting straight to the ground is not the only way to score, especially with a large block in front of you like that.
Werner, the senior out of Phoenix, just had 36 kills a season ago. Some old faces have left this Tiger squad from a season ago. 20 aces coming in, most in the ECC. Werner pokes it over. Allows Dominican to reset. A tremendous dig by Mellon. That'll go to Dominican. So two straight. Shaw still at the service line. Back sets it to Werner. Ton of velocity from Wiley. And it's blocked back and sent out of play.
That was a great
so
dig
another
by
point for Princeton.
Sebastian Dast's head.
And the hit percentage for Princeton coming in 226, which is second to last in the EIVA. They've been much better to start this Saturday afternoon. Terry just has to try to go over, but he crossed the line. Freshman Jackson Shaw, the brother of Aiden. Reception from Aldiar. Kept alive by Pio in the middle. Shaw, long rally. Tremendous play by Dast, but Mellon can't keep it in. There's this near side official who had the overturned call. Into the middle they go to Pio, but a little too much on it. And another point for Princeton, who's within 3.
I think where Dominican is struggling is when they do get the opportunity from a good pass, they're struggling to convert it to kills.
The setter, Seth Terry, comes into play with over 300 assists, which is good for 3rd in the entire conference. And he has set them up right on cue here, but this time Pio turns it into a kill. The sophomore out of Hawaii. 2024 Athlete of the Year at Pahoa High School. He also played basketball and football over in the islands. Phineas Wiley. Owen Mellon blocked in front. Another point for Dominican. Got high up into the air by Wiley. Coming in from the back row is Jackson Shaw, but hit it about 1,000,000 miles an hour and too far.
Yeah, I think Dominican is being their own worst enemy today with their errors. I think if they were to diminish their unforced errors, then they would be able to stay a little bit closer to Princeton.
Back set to Shaw, blocked in front by Dast. And that'll do it here in this first set, 25-13, a dominant set one win for the Tigers. Seth Terry. A reception by Mellon into the middle. They go to Wells. Took a few deflections off a couple fingertips, but Ethan Wells picks up kill number 3. Wells coming in with just 19 kills on the season prior to this afternoon, but 17 of the 19 coming in the last 3, so really stepping up for Sam Schweisky's squad. They go cross court, Shaw sends it over. Werner popped high up into the air. Alejandro Miranda, but into the middle, they go back to Wells. And Princeton able to win that rally. So Sebastian Dast at the service line. You mentioned Princeton, has kind of been hovering around the bottom in a lot of statistical categories in the EIVA, but at the service line, it's not one of them. They're about middle of the pack. Poked over by Jackson Shaw. Wells sets up Werner, who picks up the kill on the left pin.
Impressive swing through a triple block.
Andrew Werner, another one of these players that's going to be heavily relied upon as this season progresses. Came into play with 72 kills from Brophy College Prep, a senior out of Phoenix, Arizona. Received cleanly by Aiden Shaw, who gets it back. And Dominican gets the point. Aiden Shaw, the junior out of Centennial, Colorado, had 210 kills a season ago, comes into play with 145.
Yeah, and we saw in the first set, he had some trouble converting with a hitting percentage of 0, but it seems maybe in this set, things will look up for him.
A couple of reception errors as well, but now it's 2 straight for Dominican. And Shaw came in with 20 aces. A back set to Werner, popped high up into the air by Miranda, but nobody can get there. Princeton able to terminate that and send Andrew Werner to the service line. Clean reception from Shaw. Pops up off of Wells, and Dast can't get there. Sometimes it's just pinballing around, and it becomes a tough play for anyone to try to jump out and get it, and then have to send it back and set something up.
Yeah, tips have been pretty successful for both teams so far.
Poked up into the air by Wiley. Pio sends it over. This sets up Princeton. And the point will go to the Tigers. Here on this near side pin, it was Nolan Kelly. And the block was sent out of bounds. Ethan Wells at the service line.
It's the first game so far we've seen Nolan Kelly, who is usually their leading setter for Princeton. First time we've seen him on the offensive side, hitting from the right side, so it's interesting to see.
Wiley kind of scoops it over, and it's sent over by Mellon. So another point will go to the Tigers. And, maybe just kind of seeing how things could potentially shape out, as this season progresses. And Kelly does come in a little over 8 assists per set. Terry sets up Wiley. He sends it too wide. So another point for the Tigers. So it has been very similar to what we saw in that first set, albeit Dominican has looked sharper trying to set up offense. As they funnel it to the far side pin. Shaw brought a lot of velocity. Mellon pops it over. Miranda sets up Wiley, who goes right over the blockers and gets the Dominican point.
And that's a great spot right between the left back and middle back defenders. It's hard to know who is able to get that ball.
It's got to be so tough, too. Your momentum kind of going away, and you have to send it over 3 blockers, and it's got to be such a tough angle to try to get it at. And Mellon does keep it in. What a tremendous swing of the right arm. Mellon had 4 kills in that first set. Already in triple figures on the season. Nolan Kelly at the service line, the junior out of El Segundo, California. Terry and Wiley not on the same page. As they went out of system, Mellon just dumps it right down. Another kill for Owen Mellon, another point for Princeton.
Yeah, one thing about Mellon is he always is able to find a way to score, whether it's a hard-driven swing or just using the block's hands.
Can allow, the success that Princeton's had at the service line can allow them to go on these 3, 4, 5-point runs. And a lot of it at the service line. The junior Nolan Kelly into the middle. It's Payo trying to restore order for the Chargers. And when it's not Wiley, it's been Payo in that middle blocker, middle hitter position that's kind of been the generator for a lot of this Charger offense that we have seen.
Yeah, and I think if they continue to focus on their serve receive, then they'll be able to incorporate them more and get their offense going.
Popped behind Wiley. So Owen Mellon will go to the service line. Hasn't really even been the setups that have been the issue for Dominican so far. It's been a lot of reception errors, to Taylor's point, as well as just not taking advantage of opportunities that Princeton has given them with service errors of their own. I believe that is a net violation. So Mellon back to the service line. Team leader in kills so far with 7. Came into play with 100. That eats up Wiley. Terry just has to send it over out of system. Into the middle, they go to Dast. Terry sets up Shaw. Aiden Shaw swinging the right arm for the kill.
That's a great set by Terry. He was able to use the middle blocker to pull the block and then shoot it out to the outside where he had only a single blocker, so he was just able to crush it in the middle of the court.
Reception from Alvear, and they set up the left pin. Andrew Werner. Just seems like Princeton always has an answer for anything that Dominican's been able to give them. We have seen a better Dominican team so far in this second set. Sophomore Ambrose Engling. Into the middle they go to Falke. And Werner with a return of his own, his second straight kill. A 7-point cushion for Princeton.
And I think the difference right now is the errors. I mean, even though Dominican has been able to get more kills this set, it seems that their errors are canceling them out, and while Princeton has remained a pretty clean game.
He set up Shaw, and he picks up another kill. Aiden Shaw is starting to come alive just a bit here in the second set. And these Dominican pin hitters, you know, have done a really good job kind of hitting over the block. They kind of square that up at the perfect angle to get it right over everybody. They set up Wells in the middle as he brings the thunder and restores order for Princeton. So Ethan Wells has really come alive for the Tigers these last couple of matches. He picks up kill number 5 this afternoon. Sebastian Dast. Clean reception from Miranda. Over on the near side pin, it's Jackson Shaw with the kill.
I think Dominican is starting to realize Princeton's weak spots and how they can convert points when they get the opportunity.
We have seen a much better hitting team. This was a Dominican team that hit under 100 in that first set. Wells just has to send it over. Wiley picks up the kill on a bit of a broken play. So we have seen 3 straight from these Chargers. And Aiden Shaw, one of the best servers in the entire ECC, let alone on Dominican's team. And another kill from the Chargers. It's Jackson Shaw. Just hung right on the net, and Jackson Shaw not wasting anybody's time. Dominican has closed it to within 4. Clean reception from Albiar. Popped over by Werner. A tremendous pancake from Miranda. Werner gets it back. Miranda's been everywhere. Wiley finds the soft spot. A diving dig by Dast. Werner pops it high up into the air. This allows Dominican to reset. Phineas Wiley blocked in front. Long rally we've seen, our longest in this second set. And it's Princeton who earns the point, a much-earned point there.
Yeah, we saw great defense from both teams, but Princeton was able to put it to the ground.
That will send Andrew Werner back to the service line. And also very big, you know, if you're a believer in momentum. Princeton's had a lot of success at the service line so far this afternoon. An overpass by Miranda. Dast with the back set. Werner came in at about 1,000,000 miles an hour right into a wall. They try it on the left pin. Allows them to do their damage at the service line, but if you're able to win those types of rallies like the one we just saw, it's going to be big time, not just for this game, but for the rest of the season as well. Wells sets up Mellon, but it's blocked down in front. And Hunter Pio checks back in. Tommaso Falchi to the service line. We've seen a better Dominican team in this second set, but we've even seen a better Dominican team late in this second set. I think just cleaning up a lot of the reception errors, and they've been able to your point, Taylor, find the weak spot in this Princeton defense, and that'll help. It's Jackson Shaw. Jackson Shaw, volleyball state champ, hailing from Colorado, also played football out there. Dast sets up Wells in the middle. Boy, whenever Princeton needs someone to restore order, it's been Ethan Wells this afternoon.
Yeah, I think the setters have been doing a great job also of putting him in a position to score and giving him only one blocker.
I give a lot of credit to Sebastian Dast as well, what he's been able to do this afternoon as Pio comes in. Dominican hitting right around 300 in this second set, which is much better than the 077 mark that they hit in the first. But it's Dast. typically seen him set up, but this time doing the killing of his own.
Yeah, it's been entertaining to see the setters play both defense, setting, and hitting in the front row. I mean, they can just, seems like they can do it all.
Clean reception from Miranda. The left pin, Aiden Shaw can't keep it in. There's a lot of similar faces as well, and some similar faces stepping up into bigger, larger roles. A tremendous dig from Alvear as Werner just has to pop it up over. Another long rally. Shaw popped high up into the air by Nolan Kelly. Hunter Payo picks up the kill. This is big. We have seen a much better hitting team as it pertains to the Chargers in this second set, but Princeton also hitting 467. And that type of efficiency, that's going to really bode well as to why they could be poised to go up 2-0. It's still a long ways away. As Dast could not save it, 2 straight out of the timeout. And it was Carson Gore, the sophomore out of Rockland, California, who just checked in. Came in with 4 aces, immediately picks up 1. His first time checking into this game, but Owen Mellon picking up the kill.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a perfect pass by Princeton libero Rowan Alvear. You rarely see him shank or miss a ball, and he's always able to keep it in play, so he's been very impressive today.
Kill number 9 for Owen Mellon. On just 13 total attacks, so marrying the effectiveness with the efficiency. A diving reception by Miranda. Terry tried sending it over, and then the pancake all of a sudden closed it to within 2 or even 1.
Right, they're definitely a little bit closer than the first set, but still pretty far away from Princeton.
Tremendous save by Miranda. And it deflects off a couple of fingertips. And a point goes to Dominican. That was delivered by Shaw, but you got to give a lot of credit to the job that Alejandro Miranda did. He was kind of the one that won the point for the Chargers as Falke sends it back. I don't think he knew where it was. Aiden Shaw sends it over. Going to take the first 2. Sebastian Dast. Clean reception from Shaw. Wiley pops it over. Dast can't get there. So Dominican stays alive for the time being. Phineas Wiley picks up kill number 5. Aiden Shaw at the service line.
Great pass by Alvear.
And it deflects off the hands of Wiley and goes out of play. So Princeton takes care of business in set 2, 25-20.
Yeah, and it seems like their performance today will give them some confidence going into those competitions.
It's dumped over by Falke, so the Chargers start set 3 with a point. And Simon Shao, the senior out of Auckland, New Zealand, checking in for the first time for Princeton. Gotta figure Sam Schweisky getting some players some run, especially in a non-conference game. Has 2 straight right out of the gate for Dominican. That time it was Jackson Shaw on the right pin. I've seen a better Dominican team in that second set. Hitting percentage improved up to .323, but again, it was just whenever Princeton needed a response, they were able to get it, and there comes Owen Mellon. Aiden Shaw, the junior out of Centennial, Colorado. Clean reception from Kelly. Back set Werner, who goes cross court for the kill. Now Werner will head to the service line. Princeton outkilled Dominican 18-14 in that second set. Something we've mentioned so far throughout the course of this broadcast has been the hitting woes from this Dominican team. Coming in 1-4 in their last 5, and junior out of Spoleto, Italy, Tommaso Falchi to the service line. Owen Mellon to flex off of fingertips, a kill for Mellon. His 11th this afternoon.
That's a great high swing from Mellon, and I think in the previous games that I've seen from Princeton, he's usually the one swinging the ball to the ground, but in this game he's found other ways to score and been able to vary his shots a lot more, and so it's interesting to see his thought process.
4th in the entire conference coming into today's game with 3.3 kills per set. Dast keeps it alive. Princeton sends it over, but Dominican gets the point. I thought that was completely abandoned, but somehow the Tigers were able to try to turn that into something. But nonetheless, to no avail, as Jackson Shaw will head to the service line. Clean reception from Mellon, and he gets a return. It deflects off of Payo, and another kill for Owen Mellon.
Seems like Mellon has really been working on his tooling this game.
It looked like that time the block was just a hair late, and it deflects hard off the left arm of Hunter Payo.
Right. I mean, they were coming up as Mellon is already hitting the ball down, so it's hard to return that ball to the other side.
Allowed for Dominican to have opportunities, albeit they haven't really capitalized a ton on them. As Dash comes flying in. He does get it over. Dast with a tremendous reception. And that does deflect off of fingertips in front. A kill for Werner.
It's a great tool by Werner. I mean, it looks like he's just aiming for the sky, and luckily there's blocker's hands to touch it.
Freshman Dast to serve. And a back and forth early set 3. Into the middle, they go to Falchi. Dominican is able to generate more kills and more consistency. We're going to have a lot of success down the line. It has been a tough season so far, as Zhao can't pancake it, so Dominican now extends up 3. Rowan Alvear will head back in for Princeton. Aiden Shaw still at the service line for the Chargers. One of the best servers in the entire conference. Mellon cut in front of Alvear, and he gets a return from the back row. Clean reception from Werner. Wells in the middle, popped high up into the air by Aiden Shaw. On the overpass, they set up Mellon again. This time at the left pin.
And he hit that straight through the block. He was able to see that hole.
So Mellon had just 93 kills across 20 matches last year as a junior and 80 as a sophomore. Already well up into triple digits in that department. One of the best pin hitters in the entire EIVA, as Wells couldn't save it. So Dominican gets that one right back. Diving reception, Dast sets up Mellon. He finds the perfect spot for the kill. This set has been all Owen Mellon offensively for the Tigers.
That's a great set by Dast. He was able to get up and get one hand on that ball.
Junior Nolan Kelly to serve. Kind of a flip of that second set where we kept saying, well, Dominican has stayed in it. A tremendous pancake from Kelly as Arrow has to send it over. Princeton was caught out of system, and Werner deflects it out of play. So a kill for Hunter Payo. Clean reception from Miranda. And they funnel it to the left pin. It's Aiden Shaw. Really been the best offensive game for Dominican, but he's been able to set them up. When they've had success, he's a large part of it. As that was blocked in the middle by Falke. As Mellon couldn't penetrate through the block. So Dominican extends their lead to 4. 2 straight out of the break. And keeping Terry at the service line.
This is Dominican's largest lead so far in this match. So.
It hasn't even been the kills, just 8 in this set for Dominican, but they've been able to hit with much better efficiency. Very good efficiency at 80%. Keep on slowly but surely elevating in their favor. A back set to Mellon, but right into the awaiting arms of Miranda. They set up Falke. A kill in the middle. Clean reception from Miranda. Terry back sets Shaw. And a kill for Jackson Shaw. Flex off the fingertips of Mellon. And something we've seen, where you don't time that block. Junior Tommaso Falke. A diving reception from Aldiar. Mellon has it blocked by Payo, but he blocks it out of play. Ambrose Engling back into the action for the Tigers. Jeremiah Arrow will take a seat. Ethan Wells to serve. Reception from Aiden Shaw. A return for Wiley. Just keeps it in there on the left pin. Phineas Wiley picking up kill number 6. Wiley 7 straight games with double-digit kills on the line. Gotta figure he'll reach that mark and make it 8 straight in the event Dominican's able to hold on and force set 4. A return for Mellon. A diving dig by Shaw. Das sets up Mellon. A kill on the left pin for Owen Mellon, his 16th this afternoon.
Yeah, I think Princeton has been struggling with their rate of siding out. In the first and second set, they were very quick to side out on the first ball, but this set, it seems that they've been allowing Dominican to get on some runs.
Terry with a setter's dump attempt kind of caught Princeton off guard. And now Dominican with an opportunity to reset. Payo pops it back up into the air. Miranda sets up Wiley. Werner, Kelly, Mellon. Somehow the Chargers are able to send it over, but it's blocked in front by Engling. Wiley again, longest rally we've seen here in this third set. Mellon gets the kill as it deflects off fingertips. So a long rally and kill number 17 for Mellon. Keeping the door open just a bit. It's the junior Nolan Kelly at the service line. Phineas Wiley sends it over as it deflects off the top of the net. Mellon looking for space. Dug out by Miranda. Aldiar comes flying in as Princeton looks to reset, and who else Owen Mellon with the kill. Nolan Kelly, the junior out of El Segundo, California. Clean reception. Shaw sends it over, a diving dig from Alvear. Owen Mellon picking up another kill, his 19th. And that all set up by the sophomore Alvear. What a play.
Yeah, great defensive effort and great swing by Mellon.
Alvear an all EIVA honorable mention a season ago. 160 digs, 1.7%. Funnel it to Wiley, and it's blocked in front. Ambrose Engling. Princeton with a surge offensively here late in this set.
Yeah, what I've noticed about Princeton is they've been really focused on their blocking at the net. I mean, they're giving Dominican a really hard time scoring, so.
Into the middle, it deflects off of the shoulder of Werner and took a ricochet towards the seats as Hunter Pio cleaning it up in the middle. 23-21. Wiley at the service line for the Chargers. Clean reception from Alvear, and they funnel it to the left pin. It's Ambrose Engling with the kill. Princeton just will not go away. Just the third kill this afternoon for the sophomore Engling. Played a lot in that first set. Owen Mellon at the service line. Princeton trailing by 1. Clean reception from Miranda. Pio finds space as Mellon couldn't pancake it. So set point for Dominican. Carson Gore, the redshirt sophomore, will come in for service duties as Hunter Pio will go to the bench. Dominican looking to keep this game alive. Drop set 1, 25-13. Drop set 2, 25-20. An overpass. Into the middle. Wiley brought a little too much velocity. And the set is still alive for the Tigers. It'll be the sophomore Ambrose Engling to serve. Libero Alejandro Miranda will check back in for Dominican as Gore takes a seat. Cleanly received into the middle. Falke popped up into the air by Mellon. Werner. Over on the left pin. Shaw cannot execute a kill as he hits it right into the net. 24-24. The Tigers have come all the way back.
Yeah, 2 errors in a row for Dominican have given the Tigers an opportunity here in this third set.
The Tigers have out-killed Dominican so far in this third set, as has been the case in the first 2. Into the middle, Falke finds space right in between both rows. He went right over Werner, and England couldn't dive in time. As Alvear comes back in for Princeton. Seth Terry to serve for Dominican. Chargers have had a couple of opportunities with set point. They've hit a robust 440 offensively so far in this third set. Looking to force it to a fourth, but that won't do it. A service error from Terry. A bit shocked at the call. But 25-25, Sebastian Dast, the freshman at the service line for the Tigers. We've really seen an eventful third set, Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, Princeton seems to be getting lucky with these errors. Dominican didn't seem to have as many errors this set, but now I think the pressure of how close this game is getting to them.
Falke brought a ton of velocity as Das popped it high up into the air, but nobody could get there, so deja vu with set point for Dominican. The junior Aiden Shaw as an ace in this game, comes in with 21. Clean reception from Alvear. Mellon couldn't handle it. And there's too many hits. Ambrose Engling to kick us off at the service line. Into the middle, Falke popped up into the air. Falke gets it back and slams it down. So Tommaso Falke, the junior out of Spoleto, Italy, done a lot in terms of hitting percentage, coming in at .301, good for 5th in the entire ECC, picking up kill number 8 this afternoon. Bit of an awkward reception from Mellon. And Werner could not find any fingertips and couldn't keep it in. So we saw a couple right out of the gate in that third set for Dominican, and the same story here in this fourth. Redshirt freshman Seth Terry. A deke by Wells and a kill by Mellon. What a well-executed play.
Yeah, that's a great strategy to bring Mellon out of the back row. Usually Dominican is not expecting it.
Freshman Sebastian Dast. Serving has been the one real issue for Princeton so far, as Dast couldn't even set anyone up offensively, at least lately.
Yeah, I mean, if you can force the other team to struggle with the first touch, then it's really difficult to translate that into kills. So
a nifty set by Terry, and Jackson Shaw comes flying in with the right arm. Kind of fancy looking from Terry, kind of flicked it back with his fingers. Now Jackson Shaw to serve. Bit of a spinner. Somehow it's received by Werner. Mellon pops it over. A diving dig by Jackson Shaw. They set up Wiley. A kill on the left pin. Owen Mellon popped high up into the air by Aiden Shaw. And a host of orange jerseys come in. Princeton's able to get the point out of it. I believe Wiley kicked that back. Nolan Kelly to serve for the Tigers. 4 kills right out of the gate for Dominican. After they had 15 in that set 3 victory. Into the middle, Payo. It deflects off of Alvear. And a point for Dominican. Hunter Payo in double figures with 10, leading the way offensively for Dominican. Clean reception from Werner. They set up Mellon, popped high up into the air by Miranda. And it just goes right off the fingertips of Mellon. I believe him and Dast maybe jumped a little too early.
yeah, it seems like they were already coming down once Aiden Shaw was getting ready to swing. So
Kelly sets up Ambrose Engling. That deflects right over near us. So Engling picking up kill number 4. How about the job Owen Mellon's done with 21? 6 straight games in double figures for the Canadian senior. And a diving dig from Mellon as Werner tries to pop it over, but just off balance over there on the left pin and couldn't keep it in play. Falke back into the action for Dominican. We've seen momentum kind of shift sides here.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot of good connection with the hitters and setter from Dominican and a little bit of struggle in that area from Princeton right now.
Princeton's able to get that one back as Alvear to the bench, Ethan Wells back in. And this is something we saw quite a bit of in that third set where Princeton is able to do just enough to stay in it, but obviously Dominican was in better control and has been in better control so far here in the fourth. Saved by Kelly on the dig. The left pin, Werner picks up the kill. I believe that deflected off of a couple of fingertips on the way down. The Princeton team that was outkilled 43-32 against FDU and also outkilled 46-38 against Penn State in a 3-set loss. So looking for their first win since January 31st. As Falke comes right in and restores order for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's an impressive kill by Falke. He completely swung over the triple block that Princeton put up in front of him.
Now Seth Terry back to the service line. Wells just pokes it over. And they're going to give a point to Dominican. As Kelly was kind of right near the net, he was going to try to make a play, but it was going to be a really tough play nonetheless. Alvear, a clean reception. Werner popped high up into the air by Wiley. Wells sends it back. A long rally and miscommunication between Aiden Shaw and Terry. Princeton doing just enough. I feel like, Taylor, they've won these rallies a lot more.
Yeah, I think Dominican has started to lose focus a little bit, and so Princeton is able to take advantage of that and really find a way to score and keep the rallies going.
Into the middle, Falke. Restoring order again, Tommaso Falke, who came into play with 84 kills and high efficiency in that middle hitter spot. Picking up kill number 11. He's really come alive for this Dominican team in this game. That one almost ate up Alvear, and come flying in for the kill is Andrew Werner. Werner, another one of these players that Sam Schweisky is going to rely upon a lot more of. Just had 36 kills a year ago as a junior. Over 1,000 kills at Brophy College Prep in Arizona.
Yeah, this year he's definitely stepped up as a 6th rotation outside and one of Princeton's main offensive players.
Let's see what Dominican can do on the overpass. They're able to get the kill as Phineas Wiley got a 200-mile-an-hour missile right through the block. And something we mentioned earlier on this broadcast, Wiley in his 2nd season with Dominican, but it was 2 years ago he was here as a freshman. Last year at Vanguard, and this year back with the Chargers. As Aiden Shaw couldn't handle it, and Princeton gets that one right back.
Yeah, 10-13. Seems like Princeton has the opportunity to catch up a little bit here.
And something we've said a lot in that 3rd set as well, but Dominican just did enough Pio comes flying in. A kill in the middle for Hunter Pio. Came into play with 24 kills. That's his 11th this afternoon. Jackson Shaw will head to the service line. Dominican out killing Princeton 10-7 in this fourth set. They set up Mellon. He was a huge factor in that third set, picking up his 22nd kill and doing it on 35 total attacks, Taylor. That's just unbelievable efficiency.
Yeah, and I think if Princeton wants to try to take this fourth set, they're going to have to get Mellon involved.
Mellon coming in with a hit percentage at 238. And this is 6th game with double-digit kills. And there's an emphatic kill from Jackson Shaw. Able to take care of business and force set 4. And maintain that type of aggression and productivity here in this fourth set. Owen Mellon, kill number 23 for number 22. Mellon, the senior out of Oakville, Ontario, had double figures in his first 3 games, now up to 123 kills in his senior campaign, already the most he's had in a single season in his 4 years at Princeton. Right on cue, Taylor, whenever we talk about Princeton rallying and surging and trying to get a point and maybe get on 2, 3, 4 straight, it's Dominican who has an answer.
Yeah, I mean, this set has looked a lot different than maybe the first and second sets, where Dominican is able to return some of these hard-driven swings and serves and keep the rallies going, and they found ways to score much more than they did in the beginning of this match.
Long rally from these two squads. Somehow Alvear is able to dig it out with the left fist. It's poked over by Falke. Still popped over. An overpass by Terry, the longest rally we've seen in this set. And it's Andrew Werner to clean it up. The Dominican contingency not a fan of something.
I think they reacted when Andrew Werner received that last free ball. I think they thought he lifted it a little bit.
Did get kind of dicey there towards the end. Ambrose Engling, knuckling serve, sends it over. Into the middle, Wiley. Shaw can't send it over. We've seen a couple of times, whether it's Pio or Wiley, they've been able to kind of hit at that perfect angle through the blocks, but that time the block was strong for Princeton.
Yep, 16-14. Seems like Princeton has another opportunity to catch up.
Engling does send it over. An unfortunate break for the Chargers. So 3 straight for the Tigers. This is something we saw maybe a little too late in that third set for Princeton, but bringing it earlier here in the fourth. And keeping Engling at the service line. An overpass by Miranda. Kelly sets up Werner. It's blocked in front by Falke. From the back row comes Mellon. And poking it over is Shaw. Tremendous diving play by Engling. They set up Shaw. Aiden Shaw picking up the kill. Terry tries to send it back. I believe he grabbed the net. So the point will go to Princeton 2 straight after the review. Freshman Sebastian Dast. Princeton's trailed by at times 3 and 4 in this set alone. Popped over by Jackson Shaw. Mellon, Werner pops it over. Shaw avoids the block.
Call challenges as a form of a timeout, so that could be part of Sam Swirsky's strategy.
Mellon pokes it over. Wiley gets the return. An overpass sent over, which allows Falke to come in and pick up the kill. Princeton's been outkilled 14-10 in this set. Clean reception from Miranda. A spinning attempt by Wiley. And Princeton can't do anything about it. Boy, a nifty move by Phineas Wiley. And Dominican reclaims the lead. Middle hitter Tommaso Falke at the service line. Dominican has had the lead for a majority of this fourth set. In the middle, it's Wiley. An awkward reception as it hit the net. Mellon just has to send it over as Princeton was way out of system. A deke from Payo, but Shaw has it blocked down in front. Wiley tries to penetrate the block, and he gets the kill. The sophomore out of Davis, California. Shaw cuts off Miranda. Wiley tries to send it over. Can't really get a lot of velocity on it, and his dash stumbled, and that just threw everything off. Dominican with a 3-point lead. Clean reception from Werner as Mellon is blocked in front. Hunter Payo in anchor so far this afternoon. Set up Wiley, goes right over the block, but Kelly comes in as they funnel it to Angling, who gets a return and picks up the kill. All created by Angling. A tremendous play and great stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, that's great aggression by Angling to go up and swing.
Just his 5th kill. But none bigger than that. 24-22, Tigers still alive in this 4th set. Hunter Payo blocked in front. Terry sends it to Wiley, finds the space, but can't find the court. Wiley. Dash tries to save it towards the end, but he cannot. The Dominican Chargers win set 4, 25-22. But out hitting them 417 to 370 as set 5 is underway. Mellon comes in. Shaw looks to save it on a tremendous dig from Miranda. That pretty much ate him up. Popped up into the air by Falke. What a rally from Dominican. Somehow they're able to get the initial point.
Yeah, one thing we've been seeing from Dominican as they've had more success is relentless defense. I mean, they've been saving things that are seemingly unsavable.
I think you can highlight a couple names there, but an unbelievable initial reception by Miranda. That was one of their strong suits coming in. They did average, coming into play, about 1.3 aces per set, but Andrew Werner on the left pin with the kill. That's Werner's 16th. Efficiency from Werner to over 300. Coming in, hitting just 195, but a much more efficient showing. Into the middle, Falke. They go to the right pin. Back set to Falke. It's blocked in front by Wells. Great read by Ethan Wells. Just great awareness there. Now, realizing that it took a lot for Dominican to just send it over, and there was some space there for Wells. He found it. They try to funnel it to Jackson Shaw, but he can't penetrate the block. Now the 19th service error for the Tigers. And they had a lot early in that first set as well. Back set, in comes Engling, but Terry keeps it up. Shaw picks up the kill on the right pin. The freshman Jackson Shaw.
Yeah, I think one thing that's helped Dominican so far in these last couple of sets is getting all of their hitters involved. I think Princeton has relied on being a more outside-heavy team, but it would benefit them to mix up the sets a little bit.
Kelly sets up Werner, a pancake by Falke. The Chargers keep the possession alive. Shaw can't find it. Ambrose Engling, a big-time kill at a big time in this match. And Ryan Vina into the action for the first time this afternoon, the senior out of Manhattan Beach, California, in the middle for Princeton. Pio tries going over him, and right on cue, the 6'7" Vina with the block, but it's Wiley on the left pin for the kill. Phineas Wiley leading the way for the Chargers with 14 kills and up to 224 on the season. Trying is Mellon to send it over. He jumped too early.
That's a great tool by Mellon.
Was blocked out of bounds, however. And Nolan Kelly at the service line. Just kind of grazes the front of that net. Pio was caught off guard. Miranda pops it up into the air. Wiley picks up a kill as it deflects off the block, and Alvear couldn't handle it. Phineas Wiley with kill number 15. Had 21 kills in 4 sets in his last game, and he's up to 15 already. In the middle, they go to Vina. The first time we've seen Ryan Vina, but he has made an impact both offensively now and defensively. Owen Mellon at the service line. Princeton clinging to that 1-point lead. Diving reception by Wiley. Aiden Shaw. Kelly somehow able to get it to Werner, who sends it over. But it sets up Shaw, who has it popped up into the air by the block. And Ambrose Engling. And then one set for 25-22. And it has been a white knuckler, to say the least. A return for Aiden Shaw. And an attack error adds another one on the board for the Tigers right out of the break.
Looks like Princeton is pulling for a lead here.
Princeton robust hitting percentage over 400. They had the lead for large parts of this entire match. A lot of it early. Alvear pops it up. Back setting Mellon. Miranda just kind of throws his fists at it for the dig. A tremendous dig by Mellon as Alvear has to send it over. Tigers were out of system. Pio jumped a bit too early, which allows the Tigers to set something up on the right pin. Long rally. And Shaw couldn't find anything. A point for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was great defensive effort by the Tigers, picking up those tips that they were missing.
And Princeton quietly doing a better job at the service line, which was something that was a bit of an issue earlier in this match. Jackson Shaw sends it over. A deke by Vina. An attempt by Werner. In the middle, Vina. A tremendous dig by Phineas Wiley. As it's now dug out by Mellon, they set up Werner. Another long rally. Shaw tries going over the block, and he does. A diving attempt by Kelly to no avail, and a point for Dominican. Carson Gore for service duties. Alejandro Miranda and Hunter Paya will check out. Gore, a redshirt sophomore out of Rockland, California. Has 5 aces and has played sparingly this year. A block on the left pin. Aiden Shaw and Tommaso Falchi teaming up to thwart that. 2 straight for the Chargers. Clean reception from Alvear. They've been trying to set up Werner. Dominicans had an answer for it. Kelly sets up Werner. This time he picks up the kill. Andrew Werner's 18th of the afternoon.
Yeah, it seems like Werner has had a lot of success when they run him on a faster tempo ball. He's able to swing faster than the block can handle.
Ethan Wells back into the action for Princeton. Ryan Vina, the senior at the service line. An awkward initial reception, and Terry can't do anything after it. He eats up Miranda. Dominican's able to send it over. A diving dig from Vina. But it went just a bit too far in front of Wells. Couldn't do anything with it. Redshirt freshman out of West Hampton Beach, New York, Seth Terry has 45 assists this afternoon at the service line. In the middle, Mellon picks up another kill. His 25th this afternoon. Princeton 2 points away from wrapping it up here inside Dillon Gymnasium. Sophomore Ambrose Engling at the service line. We do have a bit of a stoppage on the floor just for a quick second. And now we will resume. The sophomore Engling has an ace this afternoon. 19 service errors for the Tigers as a team. In the middle, it's thwarted out by Nolan Kelly.
Another kill for setter Nolan Kelly, who usually isn't seen on the outside position, but today it seems that Sam Schweisky's trying out something new.
Dominican down to their last life. It's kept alive, but that'll do it. Princeton wins in set 5, 15-9. After winning sets 1 and 2, they win set 5, 15-9. And Taylor, they were able to just gut it out. They played a much cleaner 5th set.